Hello and welcome back to another West Bromwich Albion save over on Football Manager. My name's Dan, aka D-Boy Plays, and let's have a little chat about how our summer went. Now, obviously, we got promoted to the Premier League, which is insane. So happy to be back up in the Prem. Finished second, and we had a very, very busy summer ahead of us. We managed to do some pretty good work in the transfer window, though, and let's have a look at some of the signings. Some of these we made before the end of last season, and some we managed to do just as the season started. We didn't go mental, I would say, as well. We didn't go crazy and sign a bunch of people, but we did sign in some very important areas. The first player that we got in is Isaac Johansson to play in centre mid, because we're looking very thin at centre mid. He can play on the right, he's very good as a right winger as well, so we've got him as an option there, but we're going to be playing him as a Mazzala in the centre mid just to help us a little bit more in the mid. He's currently championship level, but he's going to develop into an amazing player. He's only 21 as well, so he's going to be good for 2 or 3 years, I reckon, and then maybe make some crazy profit off him, or he becomes a club legend, who knows. But that is the first of our pair of Icelandics. You heard me right, 2 Icelandic players. The next one on the list that we are going to talk about is Alphonse Stamsted. Here's our second Icelandic player. Signed him from PSG. Didn't really feature for them last season. They got him from Bodo Glimt. He's going to be replacing Daryl DK at right wing back. As far as the right wing back position goes, we only had Daryl and we had Taylor Gardner-Hickman, and both of them did amazingly in the Championship, but I worry that the Premier League is going to be a bit too much for them. So we thought we would reinforce, and the fact that he was an Icelandic player. Nice to have a pair of Icelandic boys in the squad, and he looks like he's going to be a terrific addition in that right wing back position. Very excited to see how he does. As you can see, one piece of activity that we did do during this season's start, we got Reece Oxford in on a permanent for £5 million. £5 million for Reece Oxford seems like an absolute bargain. He is currently, again, he's currently sitting as a Championship, but he will become a decent Premier League player. Let's ignore these declines. Let's just ignore them. He was amazing for us in the Championship, so it seems silly not to sign him on permanent. Some other players that we got in, we got Marco Carnesecchi from Atalanta. Now, this is a new first-team goalkeeper. Bags of potential. Looks fantastic, and again, compared to what we currently have, he looks so much better. Seems so much more reliable. Josh Griffiths did a great job last season, but I just fear he's not good enough for the Premier League. Same with Bart Verbruggen. We can't get a renewed work permit on him, so we're going to have to shift him on, maybe make a little bit of money. And yeah, Carl Darlow's probably never going to feature as a goalkeeper. He's a complete backup. So thought we'd bring in Carnesecchi. Seems like a really, really good choice. And yeah, very excited to see how he does for us. Final signings, as you can see, here we go. We got Todd Cantwell from Norwich. Norwich got relegated, and we were lacking a lot of homegrown players. And I thought, you know what, Todd Cantwell seems like a decent player. I've signed him on recent FMs, previous seasons, and he does a really good job. He's not going to set the league on fire by any means, but he is just another option for us out on that left wing. Again, potential to become a Premier League player. A lot of these players that we've managed to get in, not many of them are Premier League quality. Unfortunately, a lot of the players that are ready for the Prem didn't want to come for us, or the ones that did. For example, we were trying to get Oxlade-Chamberlain. Wage-wise, he just wanted crazy money. I think he wanted something like 80,000-90,000 a week, and we just can't afford that for one person. So I thought it would be better to sign some people, even if they're not so great for us this season. Hopefully they will be great for us, but if they're not amazing for us, then we can expand and we can have them for a few more seasons and they become a long-term player for us. And the final signing, as you can see, £3 million, absolute steal, Matteo Gabbia from Milan. Now, again, probably Championship level quality player, but has that room to grow into a Premier League. Good sort of depth added to the squad, I feel, and helps that we've got another Italian. 2 Italians in the team, two Icelandic boys, a bunch of English people, and a few other lads sort of scattered in around. Just helps make our team look a little bit more cohesive. And if we go over to the tactics, this is what I believe our starting lineup's going to be for a lot of this season. We've got Carnesecchi in goal. Ørstegård, Phillips and Oxford, very, very familiar back three from last season in the Championship. I think they'll do a job for us. Samsted over on the right, Carl on the left, Yukushlu and Johansson in midfield, Diangana and Cantwell as our wingers, and then DK sitting up top. And we've got some amazing depth as well, like Josh Griffiths. Again, I don't believe he's ever going to be Premier League quality. He may become pretty decent. It says he's going to become decent Premier League. he might not feature as much. We need someone that's going to make the immediate impact. He'll be someone that we can sort of alternate with Carnesecchi, though, depending on how we feel about things. Furlong's good depth. Dara O'Shea, one of our own, so he's good options there. Left back, we've got Connor Townsend as well, just to rotate with Carl. We do have a couple of injuries at the moment. We've got Laborda and Gabby are out. Handle as well, solid centre mid for us. We probably need another centre mid, if I'm being honest with you. Oxford can do a job in centre mid in case we need one. We probably couldn't hurt to sign one more. We've got Wallace, who's our kind of right wing backup. Grant, who's the left wing backup. Tavares and DK, pretty much of a muchness, swap them around. And then we've got Thomas Asante, who's probably not going to feature as much as well. We're trying to sell him because he's not an amazing player for us to have. And we do actually have a little bit of money left. We've got 12 million left, 92k to spend on wages. We can probably put a little bit of that over there. Yeah, 55 grand, 14 mil. Probably going to use that to sign another centre mid. But I'm pretty happy with how the squad's looking. The big problem, though, we've got is our fixture list. If we have a little look at our running, and I can't believe the game's done us this dirty, we're starting the league with a game against Chelsea and a game against Tottenham. Obviously 2 of the top 6 in the Prem. Watford might be fine. Chesterfield, we're not worried about that. Then we've got Man City. Now, we've already beaten Man City, so arguably really easy. Brighton came up with us. Villa, not too bad. Newcastle, Liverpool, 2 tough games. Leeds should be fine. Southampton, Leicester Palace, that's not too bad a month. And then it starts just getting starts evening out. But we've been done really dirty with I'd say in the first 5 games, we've got 3 of the hardest teams to play in this league. So I imagine we're going to struggle a little bit to start with. Pre-season was pretty good though. Only lost 1 game, and that was against Celtic. So we're looking like we're confident going into this league. I mean, ultimately, as far as the board's aim is, and same for me, just try not to get relegated. We may get relegated, but we just got to do our best not to, really. If things go well, great. If they don't, so be it. And as I've said before, I don't quite know how long I'm going to do this season, or this save for, with West Brom. It's kind of, obviously I'm a big West Brom fan, and I want to continue doing a save as them because I enjoy the club, and I enjoy doing anything on FM with the club, but we'll see how this season goes. If this season goes completely to pot and we look like we're going to lose the job and get relegated, we probably won't continue the save, and I'll be focusing more on what I do over on Twitch. But if things go well and things continue, then we'll continue doing the save. If we stay up in the Prem, we'll probably get another thing. Like I've said before, either winning a Premier League or qualifying for Europe in some way and trying to do something there. Until we win something, I feel like we've got to continue this save. Anyway, let's get into our first game of our Premier League campaign away at Chelsea. This is going to be tough. So here we go. We're jumping into the Chelsea game. They've still got Graham Potter in charge, which is nice to see in the game. Obviously, he's not been doing too great in real life with them, but fingers crossed he turns things around. Looking at their squad, it's just a hard team to face, right? They've got Mendy in goal, Reece James, shame he's not going to the World Cup, Fofana, Gvardiol, 2 great centre-backs, Chilwell, great left-back, Kante, Scalvini I'm not familiar with, Sterling, Havertz, Mount, and then Lukaku up front, one of our own. It's going to be a tough game, I imagine, but we've just got to go out there, enjoy ourselves, and just see how we get on. And fingers crossed we can start our Premier League campaign with... I mean, if we can get a point here at Chelsea today, I'll be very, very pleased, but we've just got to see how things go. Wow, Nottingham are already 2-0 up. Oh no, they've already played that game. Ignore me, I'm being stupid. I thought they were already 2-0 up. Everything looks like it's going Chelsea's way, unfortunately. First 10 minutes, absolutely horrendous. But we have moved up to 8th, so that's nice. I think that may be the highest we get this year. Mount with a free kick for Chelsea. Plays it in the box, finds Havertz at the back stick. Was that a foul, though, by him? Or was he offside, actually? Don't think he was offside. Oh, that's the thing that we've also got to enjoy this year. We get to deal with the VAR checks. Yep, they've given the goal. Well, there you go. Yeah, he was fine. He was clearly onside. Okay, Chelsea 1-0 up in the first 18 minutes. Oh, kick-off highlight though. These are always nice. DK plays it back to Yukushlu. Phillips now forward to DK. Finds Johansson. First action we've seen from him. DK switches play over to Carl. Pings it back across the pitch. Finds Samstead. He brings it forward. Can't find a teammate and James gets it to Havertz. Plays it forward to Lukaku and here come Chelsea. Plays it to Mount but Samstead tackles well. Garner now. Excellent through ball for DK. Good save from Mendy. And we have got a corner. Also, in case you're wondering, this is a cap from Rochdale. Obviously, over on Twitch, we are doing our save as Rochdale. And we've just finished our first season. And it's, you know what, as far as first seasons go, I'm pretty pleased. Could have gone a lot worse. So if you want to go and check out more of the Rochdale save, where we're basically turning them from absolute zeros into a bunch of heroes and trying to get them to win a bunch of stuff, head over to Twitch and you can watch me there. Campmo now plays into DK. Yes! First goal in the Prem. Goes to Daryl DK. Oh, if only he gets another 50-odd goals in this. That'd be amazing. The man was a beast in our first campaign. 51 goals. I know I've said it so many times, but you've got to bring up stats like that because that's kind of incredible. I think he was a bit lucky to get the goal there. Poor goalkeeping from Mendy there, but he helps bring things back to level, and we are drawing 1-1 with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Not a bad start by any means. Again, statistically, they are all over us. But Diangana with a corner, plays it in, can't find a teammate, cleared now, Sterling chasing it down. Phillips manages to get there first, passes it over to Carl, he plays it to Yakushlu. Back to Phillips. What will Phillips do? Finds Ørstegård, goes over to Samsted, down the line to Johannesson. The Icelandic boys linking up. In the middle to Yakushlu. Plays it wide to Carl. In the box! DK hits the bar. Wow. Oh, that could have been 2-1. That would have been special. Diangana standing over this corner. Is he likely to find a teammate? No, it's cleared and Kante picks it up. Holds up the play. Finds Mount. There's the highlight done. I mean, if we can go in at half-time 1-1, I'll be very pleased. Yeah, there we go. Half-time 1-1 against Chelsea. Not a bad start, boys. Not a bad start. We do need to find a way of retaining possession a bit more, though. So I might... Why have we switched to positive? We were on... That's weird. We'll go down to cautious, and I think passing... We're not going to pass it into space as much. I might even go for work the ball into box. Just means that we can be a bit more patient on the ball, hopefully. Do something nice. Anyone playing a bit rubbish? Oxford not having the greatest game, and he's on that yellow card. We'll give him a few more minutes. Hopefully he can turn things around. Oh, we're up in 7th now. Good lord, we're going to get nosebleeds this high up in the Premier League. My word. Yeah, switching to courses has helped sort of balance out the possession a little bit. We're getting a bit more of the ball. Nothing's happened for a bit. Might make some changes, actually. Yeah, Oxford, oh my word, he's gone down to a 6.2. Not good enough, my lad. Well, we're going to bring on one of our own, Dara O'Shea. Give him back in the Prem. Been a while since he's been here, lad. Let's have some fun, shall we? And I might take off Johannesson as well. He's on a 6.4. Bring on Handel. Can he play as that Matt Zala? Yeah, I think he'll be fine. He'll enjoy himself there. And I think that's all I'm going to do for now. DK has got that goal, so we may bring on... Tavares in a moment, but let's just give these boys a bit longer. It's gone well. Okay, Gvardiol with the throw-in. Launches it in the box, but cleared by Phillips. Does Diangana win it? No, he doesn't. Hudson-Odoi does, and he plays it down to his teammate, and he's far on the left now. Crosses it in, but Ørstegård finds Samsted. Plays it forward. Can't find a teammate. Jorginho tackled by Yakushlu. He's tackled again by Jorginho. Goes for goal. Man, that's a special finish. 2-1 down against Chelsea. I think this is going to be a hard season. I may go back to positive, you know. I know that might seem a bit silly, seeing as they're a much better team than us, but we were playing pretty good when we were on positive. I might take off, who's Cantwell or Diangana? Cantwell or Diangana? Both playing the same, both about the same tired. Let's bring off Cantwell for Carlin. Well, Carlin is apprehensive. We can change that, and we're gonna bring him on. We're gonna bring on Tavares. Yakushlu's looking a bit naff in the centre. Have I got anyone that could maybe come in and step in for him? Not really. And he's looking knackered as well. And you know what? Actually, third change, we'll bring on Furlong. Basically reverting back to our starting lineup from last season for the last 20 minutes or so, and see if the boys that basically won the championship for us can help us beat Chelsea. Got 10 minutes or so left. Bit of encouragement. Has that helped? Yeah, it's perked them up a little bit. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, though. Anything left? 5 minutes left of injury time. I think that may be it. There we go. Losing 2-1 to Chelsea opening game. Not the start I had in mind, but we move on. Yeah, we were the underdogs. We did our best. That's all you can do, boys. Is try your best in this league. Yeah, I don't think the result was there, yeah. Especially, yeah, but, you know, yeah, absolutely, you know. Losing 2-1 to Chelsea is not that bad. Is not that bad. There are much worse results that we could have gone through. They could have absolutely destroyed us, but yeah, it's pretty good. Apparently we're interested in this guy. Give him a scout. Okay, well, after that opening day, I don't want to call it humiliation. It wasn't a humiliation. After that expected result from the opening day, I'm going to sing a little bit forward, and I will see you in the Tottenham game. Those are the two games we're going to do today, by the way, Chelsea and Tottenham, just to see how horrendous a time we're going to have in this league. I'll see you at the Tottenham game. Here we go, jumping into our second game of the Premier League campaign. We are against Tottenham. Oh, there we go. Handel's just signed a new contract. Got a few lads we're going to try and loan out. And jumping into this game, not been a massive amount of changes to the squad. I have subbed out a couple of lads just to kind of keep things, a little bit sort of rotated. Don't want to exhaust the team going into the Premier League. We brought Tavares in up front. We put Grant over on the left-hand side. Handel's come in the middle, and Furlong has gone in at right back. Otherwise, though, everything else is the same. I mean, let's try positive against Tottenham. We're not favourites for this game on any level, so if we just try and play our best, we'll just see how we get on. Yeah, Phillips is absolutely fine. You leave him alone. Oh, Tottenham have got Pochettino back in. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, we've got a great bunch of players. We're similar teams, apparently. And there we go. That is our lineup for the day. Still got that Scandinavian thread throughout the team, which I quite like having, to be honest with you. Looking at the Tottenham team, Kane, Son, Calvin Phillips, is that in the middle? Ward-Prowse as well, interesting. Yeah, they might prove difficult. Although they lost their first game of the season 2-0, so maybe they're feeling a little bit shaken after that. Potentially we can cause an upset. After looking at a packed Hawthorns there as well. Not an empty seat in the entire building. You love to see that. Lamptey at right back for them as well. Throws it forward to Kane, but cleared by Phillips. Grant now on the ball. Can't find a teammate. Lamptey again. Plays it to Basuma. Back out wide for Lamptey. Gets his cross in, but cleared by Oxford as far as Diangana. He finds Tavares. Passes it back to Carl. And will he play any teammates in? Gets it down the line to Carl and Grant. He's moving forward. He's tackled by Lamptey, but manages to get the ball back. Plays it in the middle to Johansson. Back stick for Diangana. 1-0 up at home against Tottenham in the 3rd minute of play. What a start. What a great start for us. Bit lucky with a couple of things, I think, there. Here was lucky that Lamptey didn't manage to clear it. This pass, that deflection, actually, I think it clipped off their number 22, whoever that is, and landed at the feet of Diangana. But you know what? We take them. It's a 1-0 lead against Tottenham at home. Although possession-wise, they are dominating. Although that may be because they've had a couple of kickoffs. Johannesson standing over a free kick. Plays it in the box. Can't find a teammate. Phillips collects the loose ball. Plays it to Handel. He goes for goal. Sends it wide. Unlucky lad. Giving him his first start in the Premier League as well, because it's, we'll give a couple of the lads a go, won't we? We've got to give them all a game in the Premier League. They've got Eric Dyer and Romero at centre-back. Oh, they've made a bit of a swap there. Kane's dropped to centre-mid. João Pedro's gone up front. Ward-Prowse has gone to the right. Interesting. Very interesting swap. Stats, we are dominating. Good lord. Shame we haven't actually managed to score more. Lamptey carrying an injury. Throws it to Ward-Prowse. Back to Lamptey. Over to Dyer. He finds Romero. He's got acres of space. Bit of time to do something with it. Dyer now. Plays it home to Travers. Pull ball forward. But it still ends up at the feet of Basuma. Goes back to Dyer. What will he do? Forward to Basuma. He finds Ward-Prowse to João Pedro. And Lamptey in loads of space. But Grant tracks back and picks it up. Carnesecchi pings it forward. Can he find a teammate? No, he can't. Straight to the head of Dyer. Calvin Phillips, his poor pass goes to the feet of Tavares. Tavares plays it out to Furlong. He's bringing it forward. Finds Diangana. Will he cut it back to a teammate? Into Tavares. Unlucky. I thought Grant was going to pick that up at the back stick. Carl now with a throw in for West Brom. Launches it into the box, but cleared by Dyer. Handel heads it back in, but Basuma kicks it wide. And Son is chasing it down. He holds it up. What will he do now? Finds João Pedro. Back to Calvin Phillips. In the middle to Basuma. To White. No. Oxford on the ball now. Played home to Carnesecchi. Over to Phillips. I realise I just said White and it wasn't White. It was Ward-Prowse. Grant heads it in the middle. Great ball for Tavares. Easy finish for the Portuguese international. And that is 2-0 up just before the half-time break. This is what we like to see. This is the sort of game we wanted. I'm quite surprised we're playing so well. Not because we're bad, but because Tottenham are supposed to be so much better than us. And maybe they haven't managed to sign some good enough recruitments over the summer, and maybe we can take advantage of that and we can have a decent game here. Oxford plays it through straight for the hands of Travers though. I can see what he's trying to do there, trying to find Tavares. He rolls the ball out to Romelu, to Calvin Phillips now. Travers launches it forward. Does he find João Pedro? Yes, he does. My word, Carnesecchi in no man's land there, and João Pedro easily scores. I spoke too soon, as usual. God damn it. It's a ping and a half from Travers there, straight to João Pedro. Splits our defence. Carnesecchi, yeah, you can see he was a bit unsure about that. He didn't know whether to come or not. He started leaving his goal line and then realised, oh, one of them's going to pick it up. Yeah, that was poor from Carnesecchi there. Expected a little better from him. But, do you know what? We still go in at half-time 2-1 up. I will take it. And we are dominating this game. Yeah, absolutely smashing it, lads. No one's playing pity back. Carl's not having a great game, but we'll give him a bit of time in the second half. We can bring on Townsend at any point. He's got a bruised thigh. You can play with a bruised thigh. It's only a bruise, lad. Yeah, this is a very, very good. I mean, out of the two, honestly, was not expecting to win either of the games we had today. So playing well at Tottenham will absolutely be taken. We definitely need to make some changes. Thomas Handel's looking a bit apprehensive. I think we'll swap him out for Todd Cantwell, actually. Cantwell was suggested as a centre mid, and I think he can do a job there. Eric Carr will swap you out for Townsend. And you know what? Tavares has got a little bit of a knock. We're going to bring on the big man, Daryl DK, in front of the home crowd. Fan favourite. Can he bag us the guaranteed winner? With 15 minutes left. Brian now plays it forward to Kane. Over to Ward-Prowse, and Tottenham look like they're coming at West Brom's defence pretty hard. Poor shot from Prowse. Finds Kane. He misses. Wow, you would not expect Harry Kane to miss those goals. Okay, Phillips on the ball now. He plays it over to Townsend. Townsend down the line to Grant. Poor pass back, and Son intercepts. Cleared by Phillips though over to Furlong. That was some dodgy play there. Come on, boys, you just got to hang on. 10 minutes. 10 minutes and we get our first Premier League win. Carnesecchi on the ball. Plays it wide to Phillips. Down the line to Townsend. Finds Cantwell. Cantwell launches it over to the right. Finds Diangana, but Dogi picks up a loose ball. Plays it back to Sanchez. He plays it forward. And Brian is in completely free. Bottom corner for Brian Gill. And it is 2-2 here. What do you do in this circumstance? I mean, we definitely should have gone a bit more defensive thinking about it, but you don't think about those things when you're winning. You're thinking about the fact that you're winning. We'll bring on Samstead just as our last sub. Boys, just go and see the game out with the result intact, please. We might drop down to more balanced, maybe. Some poor defending from us. Yeah, make those tactical changes. Last few minutes, bit of encouragement, maybe that'll make any change. Once again, I speak too soon. Talk about winning the game, and Tottenham bring it back and level things out. But at the start of the game, if you'd offered me a point, I would have taken it. So very unfortunate to lose that lead. But again, it's one of the big boys. I will take a 2-2 draw against Tottenham at home. We've got Chesterfield coming up, which should be a pretty easy game. How long are you out? 4 to 7 days. You're fine. With a bruised thigh. Come on, lad. We've all had bruises. That's where we're going to end things though today. I don't want to play too much of the season straight away. What I think we will do is we will get the transfer deadline day out the way. Play against Chesterfield and Watford because I feel like they're two winnable games. And maybe we come back for Villa and Newcastle. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Where did Newcastle finish last season? Where am I going to? Is it competitions? Nope. Maybe it's an overview. There we go. Okay, so last season they finished 10th. So potentially a beatable team this season, but we shall see. That's where we're wrapping things up though. Thank you very much for watching if you've made it this far. If you'd like to hit the subscribe and like button, that would help me out loads. I've been Dan, aka D-Boy Plays, and thank you very much for sticking around. We'll see you in the next one.